I don't mind. My cat can be up on my lap.
Yeah. I mean, you're an uncultured slob. That's
I
fine.
am,
All right,
but
well,
you
that's
know
the
what?
first thing everybody hears. So, what's up? How's it
Welcome.
going? Welcome,
Hi,
welcome, welcome
everyone.
to
Hi.
another episode of It's Never Sunny in Duskvol, a special episode where we have a 4-player cast, which is pretty cool instead of just the regular old 3. So I'm kind of excited about that. And you also
We
can
get-
see I'm experimenting with new overlays because I like to do that. So, yeah. Hi. If this is your first episode,
Where have you been?
yeah, where have you been? It's okay.
You're obviously free on Saturdays.
Yeah, enjoy your stay. I'll try to fill you in as best we can to get you caught up to everything that's going on. But anyways, I'm doing pretty well. My Thanksgiving was pretty great. So let's just go around the table here and see how everyone else is doing. So, Asteyni, you're first.
Hi, I'm Asteyni, and today is my birthday.
Yay! Happy birthday!
Birthday, Asteyni. Happy birthday to you. You belong in a zoo with the monkeys and the gorillas. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
That was probably sweeter in your head than how it came out.
That's what we say here. It's our thing. That's what we do. We say the
My
monkeys.
favorite part was how she had to think about it before she said thank you.
Yeah. Speaking of characters who don't have any social tact or social skills, Wreckage, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm DoctorWreckage. It's not my birthday. Happy unbirthday. No, that's the halfway point. I think people decided is it will be my birthday soon, but I'll be out of town at GP Milwaukee for that. Speaking of which, Eric, the weekend of the 9th through the 11th, I can't do any of your shows on December 9th, 11th.
That's fine.
Yeah. Thanksgiving was awful. Not only did it make me sick in my stomach, but half of my family is on one side of the political spectrum and the other half is on the other. And then the other family is super into sports ball. Like super into sports ball to the point where you can't possibly like engage with them in any other way. So, I watched anime for the majority of Thanksgiving Day.
Did you watch food animes then?
No, I'm.
Oh, that cooking one. That cooking one's so good though.
Oh.
Shokugeki no Soma?
I don't know the name.
The food competition one.
Yeah, the
where
food competition. Food competition anime.
Yeah, that's the best one.
We have been me and Sci-Fry have been watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood because he claims to be a weeaboo but has never seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. So, it had to
These are
be
words.
addressed. But speaking of people, I'm going to set you up with the perfect segue here. Speaking of people who had awesome Thanksgivings, Kelsa had.
Yeah, I did. I had a great Thanksgiving. Thank you, Wreckage. I appreciate that. You can just leave it there. I did have a good Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Wonderful.
I went to my family's house where I did not, where I was there long enough to say hello and get hugs from everybody. And then I went to my friend's place where much Thanksgiving was happened.
Thanksgiving.
I made green bean casserole, which is my favorite because I'm old.
I love green bean casserole.
Yo, green bean casserole is underrated.
It's the
Why,
shit.
why is it? Why in your mind is green bean casserole logged under old people?
Because my great aunt used to always be the one that prepared it, and most young people don't like green beans.
It's definitely the cleric of the Thanksgiving Day party. It's the everyone that guess. Yeah, I mean, someone needs to do it, but nobody volunteers.
I do though. I volunteer because I love it.
Right.
I added like a bunch of garlic to it, and it was amazing.
Nice.
Sounds really good.
I have a question for you. Do you do cream of mushroom?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
That's how you do it.
I don't
That's how
like
you
that.
do it.
How you do
No,
it.
there was some interesting discussions of whether or not to do that or cream or broccoli.
I mean, you could do cream of broccoli, but I mean,
You're
it's
an
all
animal.
about the
Yeah.
How do you
I
get
have
cream out of
never-
broccoli?
I have never done cream of broccoli. That just sounds wrong.
Some people don't like cream of mushroom.
I understand how you get cream out of a mushroom. How do you get cream out of a broccoli?
My mind went some very bad places.
Well, you milk it, and then you churn it, and you have to do a lot of this.
Yeah,
How
it's
do you
a lot
milk
of
a broccoli?
how do you, that is that's a question that dates back to like Kierkegaard tries to
You know,
answer.
I think only
How do you-
Liefington can answer that.
Yes, Liefington. What are
Well-
your thoughts?
Well,
How are you
I
doing?
didn't have Thanksgiving because ours was last month, and you guys are like way behind.
You don't get 2 Thanksgivings?
Yeah, you should totally have
No.
just two.
I mean, like, cause I like live kind of on the internet, like for a
Jesus.
sizable section of my life, like the American the holidays all just kind
Yeah,
of
that means you're de facto American.
seep into my existence. But like, no, we didn't have a second Thanksgiving. They have like Black Friday stuff here, but it's like civilized Canadian Black Friday, where everyone is
Civilized
like
Canadian.
smiling and just in the queue.
Yeah. I saw some gifs of that. People like literally just it's so cold they actually just waited in their cars and they all just trusted each other to get back in line in the right way. Is it something about freezing
what a
climates
weird
that bring
world.
people to like together in like a socialized format? Is it something about hotter climates that just drive everyone to be like, fuck you? Is it a temperature thing? Is there like I wonder that. I wonder. Anyways.
I don't know. But
yeah, everybody in Antarctica is the nicest people in the
Right?
the whole world.
It's like
you don't have
it's
time.
like between the equator and between the poles, it's like they're polar opposites. I get
Well,
it.
so as someone who comes from Minnesota,
You're a Minnesota.
which is so cold that our cities are connected by skyways, so that we don't have to go out during the winter.
Do you feel like you're on a moon base? Quick question.
I feel like,
Sorry
and
to
this,
interrupt you. It's very important though.
the answer is both yes and I feel like been a very no one who makes video games or movies lives in Minnesota, but someone should do a zombie or post-apocalyptic setting in the Twin Cities because all of our buildings are connected. Like, it just would be so much more interesting. Anyway, my point is, when it's so cold out, you don't have time to be an asshole. You just
How
sort
do
of.
you do it?
How do I manage? Well, I stay indoors all the time. But most
Solid
people,
strategy.
yeah, most people just like, I don't know what it is with cold, but it's like, man, it doesn't make you cranky. It just makes you like, whatever. Hi, I hope things are good with you too. I don't have the energy to be a jerk.
Yeah.
it's like a communal suffering thing, right?
Yeah, we all suffer together. So, we like people shovel each other's driveways.
Because
It's
it's just sucks.
It's just like, we have to get over the challenge together, so we might as well, do it together.
But then you get home and you're like, that asshole in my office didn't even say hi back. He's the worst. And then you talk shit. Like,
The problem is that like, yeah, I mean, I don't have any relatives who are in like shitty office jobs in Minnesota, so I don't know what the office like. I have people who were in California have shitty office jobs, and they come home and type on the internet, "That Becky is such a bitch! Oh my god!" But
it's a good impressions of people in California.
and I nailed Kelsa with that one. Let's play Blades in the Dark.
Yeah, speaking of doing things together, speaking of complaining about things together, let's play It's Never Sunny in Doskvol. So, Blades in the Dark, pretty sweet role-playing game about up-and-coming thieves, in this case, or just crime peoples, crims. Yeah. So, anybody want to do the previously on? I see a hand raised in the Wreckage corner. Wreckage, how about you take us away for the previously on It's Never Sunny?
Previously on Never Sunny in Duskvol, the gang accomplishes nothing. We open with Aedric Aaron attempting and failing to get into Brightstone on the merit of his doctorate alone. While failing to get into Brightstone, the evil demon lord sorcerer who currently possesses him, by the way, just, log that one, Asteyni, attempts to trick Aedric into killing everyone to get into Brightstone, and in a desperate attempt to keep the demon lord out of his mind. Get out of my head, Charles. I used my whisper ghost catching pole, right? And I put it over my own head and turned it on, which worked. Hey, and then I left it there for the rest of the game. Eventually, Jewel showed up, passing back to go from Brightstone to the other tea house, and saw me arguing with guards with a ghost catcher on my head, holding it there. She escorted me to the new Venetian place, where I casually floated that you guys may or may not owe me a favor, and I have to defeat an evil demon lord sorcerer. And the place to start is to find a lesser demon that I happen to used to be acquaintances or associates or lovers with, and had a falling out with. And so first, Seer helped me attach my ghost catch to my head permanently like a neck brace.
How are you keeping that thing charged, by the way?
Just replacing batteries.
Battery in,
how many
batteries of that do you have? That might be okay. All right, that's fair. Yeah, sure, it runs on batteries. Yeah, you got batteries.
Every once in a while, like when we're in a place, it just like
like if we don't have anything to do, we like set the Aedric in the corner and plug him in.
Yeah,
Batteries can charge.
That or
okay.
deal with the presence of Kotar in your head again.
Yeah.
I just imagine Kotar like in his like extra dimensional or like quasi real self, like in front of a phone, like it's like on conference call, and it's like has the busy music, like he's just sitting there like like doing his little finger thing.
See, I imagine also it's like he's finally like, man, I'm gonna go get up and get a drink, and like that's the 5 seconds where we accidentally don't replace the battery correctly.
He's like playing. He's like teaching his thralls to play like chess or whatever. Like just waiting. He's like, okay, so I'm really excited. This is called the Fanuvi attack, and like he's like okay, no, you're not getting it, God. And anyways,
the thralls are stupid,
or he's like literally being like.
And then the music stops, and he like runs back.
Oh shit! And then it's like, oh no, the music's back on. Oh damn it! Oh god!
Just the next song that started playing, and there was like a little break in between.
So yeah, I've got an ancient demon lord sorcerer from that time that we stole the Eye of Korator, possessing my head brain. And he's constantly trying to come in and make me hallucinate killing people or actually kill people. It was really hard to tell. Suffice it to say, we spent the rest of the episode trying to contact my demon friend, and every method that we used because we are bad at doing that failed. The big one was that you guys had a contact in the energy fields that you had some dirt on, or that we had discovered some dirt on, through the use of Seer's vampire relationship. And we tried to go there and intimidate them to, tell us, because we had then learned also that the demon is working for the energy producing company somehow. We tried to intimidate them for just like where she is. Like, we know that you're running the books and they're wrong. Just tell us where this lady is. And we couldn't do that even.
The problem is that we kept coming up with Vale plans with only Jewel and Seer to implement them.
Listen, I have the best plans.
It's true. They were pretty rough.
I mean, we
Actually, I skipped over a thing, and if we want to get back at Pritchard, we know another Pritchard, which we could maybe leverage to get him to spill the beans. But that's for later.
I think, as the humble guest, that now that the character who has talking abilities is here,
we should definitely come up with a fighting plan.
We should definitely ignore that plan, and now we should start burning things down until we get what we want.
Oh yeah, it's a kidnapping plan.
It's okay. I can talk my way out of a burning building. It's fine.
Okay, so please, for the love of God. Okay, anyway, that is the majority of what happened last episode. There were some individual failed plans in that story that I decide, for the embarrassment of everybody involved, not to reconnoiter. Anyway, Asteyni, please.
Try again.
Please, Asteyni.
Try again.
Asteyni.
It's an E, dude. It has an E.
But there's a Y after it.
I was the worst when I first met her, so it's okay.
All right.
But look, man. Look.
Wouldn't it be I would be okay with a Asteyni, but like I don't know.
You would be okay with a Asteyni. Okay.
Like
Asteyni,
that I can understand.
I'm not okay with that.
No, I'm saying like how does is there some language where EY makes an A sound?
Yes.
Is it
What?
English?
Yeah.
Can I have a word that does that?
You mean a lowercase a sound, like a short a sound, not a long a sound.
It makes A all the time.
Asteyni would probably like
Asteyni.
EY.
Why is it
I know.
Asteyni is the question.
Or Asteyni.
So,
anyways, sorry.
Right. So,
Words.
we walk defeated out of the energy company office. Heads hung low, with spiritual neck brace crackling, and run into
Vale.
fail.
Vale.
Vale. We run into Vale. Oh look, she's right there. Please help us.
Yeah, Vale, what were you doing in Silk Shore or Barrowcleft?
You know, I don't know. What is in that area?
So, like, both of those areas are, like, pretty... they're more like the tamer parts of the city. They're not necessarily, like, old Doskvol, but they certainly have a lot of... that's where a lot of the... There's a lot less criming happens over here. It's cheaper market. Like, it's more stable, I guess is the best way of putting it. Like, for example, like...
It's
like
suburban Duskvol.
No, like Barrowcleft is actually more like rural Duskvol, but it's like just very poor. There's not a lot. It's just a lot of people who are just like what's the best word? Hardworking and not loyal. I don't know what the word is, but it's just very like secure. It's obviously downtrodden, but there's not really that much going on over there. There is like I said, the Sparkrights HQ, as well as like the Ministry of Provisions is over here. But like Silk Shore is more of the nice stuff. That's got that niceness in it. That's where a lot of like the middle class would live.
I have the perfect reason why I was there.
Okay, what's up?
I was checking up on my father.
Okay. Yeah.
Who I keep sedated on drugs because I'm a bad person.
Wow. Okay.
You're the best bad person.
So I was checking to make sure he was still alive and he was still heavily addicted to the narcotics that I've been supplying him. And then that's when I run into all of you. And I think I look at you all. I look at Aedric with the thing on his head, and then I just like squint and look at you again.
Yeah, like what do you... Yeah, like he has like a bird cage on his head. You know what I mean?
And yeah, and Seer is like I'll give you the TLDR. He probably elaborates a little bit more, but currently what we know is that Pritchard, who runs like the energy farms and pretty much the electric fence, he's like the biggest government official in Duskvol. Is secretly using part of the power for some nefarious detail, which Seer is convinced is feeding a demon, and that's a demon that we're trying to find. And obviously, he doesn't want to tell us that he knows that demon, because then he would be admitting that he was siphoning energy off the grid and stealing from the people of Duskvol, and it would be really bad for him. But
Yeah, a little bit, right?
we need to get the demon.
All right, so let me just explain a little bit more. That I used to be friends with this associates, acquaintances, work related, and yes. Well, I believe that she's the best person to ask about the current fact that there's a demon lord possessing me. Oh, by the way, he wants to destroy the entire world. So this is you have a reason.
It's kind of a bad deal.
Yeah, you can't really do business in the post-apocalypse. The post-apocalypse. Let's do another apocalypse, is what he's saying.
I think I give Jewel a look. And you've seen that look before. And that look is, so why are we not doing what you do best?
Yeah, and I think like she kind of shrugs, and like her coat falls open for a second, and you can see that she's armed to the teeth as you do.
As you do.
But she's like, I don't think I can fight my way out of this one.
Intimidation hasn't been working so much.
Now, Aedric, please forgive me for being a bit coarse with my language here, but would not the simplest solution be to just kill you? And then the demon is no longer possessing you?
No, because the artifact that you had me steal, by the way, is the source of his power and being. Without me, actually, he'd be off the leash and able to find a more willing rube to...
What artifact?
Oh, the Eye of Kotar.
What is this?
Oh, it's a jewel. I have since discovered that it is one of a set of brackets, body part of Kotar artifacts. He used to be a powerful sorcerer back before, all of the thing. And when he died, a bunch of enterprising individuals tore up his body and tried to steal pieces of his soul to use his power. Those artifacts have all survived, and apparently a lot of them are currently in the city. And if he reassembles all of them, he gets to come back from the dead and rule over the world of mortals. And he's, of course, giving me all these platitudes of promises of power and granting all of my wishes if I help him, which means that if you kill me, the next person that he possesses will fall for that bullshit, and, the world as we know it will end.
Understood. So who are we seeking again?
I believe... Well, she's not going by the name that she used to go by, you understand.
That's the problem.
That is the main problem here currently. But
the demon's name was Satara, which you know.
So, she was going by Satara. She has a lovely plumage of feathers. And she used to work, in my sort of business. And then we found out that she was working with the Power Rangers a little bit. And now we have a lead that says she's working at the energy farms.
And why do we need this specific person?
Well, I don't think we need... Well, because we need to speak to a demon about this to get, some demonic information to figure out what they know about Kotar and perhaps an avenue to solving the situation. The fact that I have a prior relationship with this demon makes it a better target than a random demon. And we figured we had a bit of a lead for finding this demon, but that sort of hasn't really panned out.
It's true. They've rolled pretty poorly.
I mean, the lead is still alive. It's just being blocked, right?
We're just bad at talking. Pretend not to know us and go in and talk.
Listen, we can totally kidnap his son Nargis and make him bring us to Sitara.
I'm going to be
That sounds
perfectly...
like a good idea.
I feel like I'm not following this at all. Like, I don't feel like I have enough information to go in there and diplomancer at them, basically.
I mean, like, it's probably a bad idea to do it now anyway, because we just got kicked out.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a better idea to, like, try to gather some information, find some other leads, maybe find another demon, because I ain't scared of talking to demons, because I'm good at that. So...
Yeah.
I was going to draw the line at one demon, but since we haven't found her yet, I guess any demon is good as any other. Aedric?
Well, I only have a prior relationship with one demon. Or we could go talk to Kotar, but I don't think that's going to work. And my normal means of information gathering and being a whisper, etc., are literally shut off by this device that is trying to make me immune to the possessions of Kotar. So,
do we know of any groups or crews that deal with demons commonly?
Cults, probably. No, demons are not necessarily the ones you do most dealings with, unfortunately.
But they're Aruvian or something, aren't they?
It's... Yeah, not really that much in Doskvol. Yeah, that's a good point, right? Like, maybe the Aruvian consulate might be able to help you out here. Like, they might know a demon or something, but...
Or they might know something of demons. Like, it might be a way to get a lead into a direction. And
Sure.
Everybody should be interested in stopping the end of the world, is my theory.
yes,
So
but
it's not like we're doing something criminal.
I have a birdcage on my head that is electrified. Nobody else is going to believe that we're stopping the end of the world.
Well, that's why you won't be coming.
Oh. Well, no one's going to believe you that you're stopping the end of the world. That sounds like the kind of lie that snake in the grass thieves would tell just to get their way in through a door.
I just kind of roll my
I
eyes.
think she needs to mention that part.
Oh, well, okay, fine, whatever. Then I'm going to go back to the Venetian then and try and convince women that this is not in any way sexually impeding.
Can you please escort him back to the Painted Lady and keep him safe? In the basement. I'll be at the consulate.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, like
who was that to? Was that to both of us?
Either
Or-
I was like looking at Jules, like, are you going with Vale? Are you taking
yeah, like, I
Aedric?
think
Like,
we like.
I
had
don't
a
wanna
look,
get-
like which one of us is going with Vale because she shouldn't be doing this alone. I think unless Vale told me specifically otherwise, that Jewel would go with her and assume that Seer was going to be escorting Aedric.
Hmm.
Does that sound good?
Seer, you're a Ruvian, aren't you?
yes,
Hmm.
yes, I am. Sorry.
Are you like on good terms with your people, or
So,
That's a good way for that to start. So,
It's a little complicated.
I mean, like, it's complicated, but like everything in Duskvol is complicated, right? I don't think I'm on bad terms with it, but I think Seer tries really hard to be like a corrosion. and not hang out with like a ton of Eruvians all the time and go to the Eruvian parties at the Eruvian embassy and wear Eruvian dresses and all of that
Yeah,
stuff.
you
Right?
deliberately
Like, it doesn't
don't.
do that.
You very much like have assimilated, right?
Yep.
In a way.
Even though I'm still like a first
Yeah.
generation immigrant, right?
Yeah.
I think I would, like, as you guys started to split off in that way, I think I'd say, Jewel, would you mind taking him back? I'll have Seer with me for this one.
Yeah, and I think there's like another one of those looks that passes between Jewel and Seer. Like, this isn't how this is supposed to go, but like, I think at least for Jewel's part, she's gonna nod because she trusts Vale, and so she'll she goes to put her arm around Aedric, but then is like, wait a minute, electrified birdcage, and like stops and is like, let's go.
Okie doke.
My logic here is that I trust you more than I trust Seer to actually do what I tell you to.
Fair, it's fair.
And at least if Seer's with me, I can maybe do damage control.
Okay.
So what Seer is reading into this is like, oh, I'm the favorite now. Get fucked, Jewel. You get the shit job.
And Jewel's just like, I got to do what Vale says.
And that is why you're my favorite.
Cool. And then before we go to the next scene, then how about we do the cake?
Cake.
So-
Okay.
Aw, you guys.
Look. I'm gonna pretend that this is for Asteyni completely, and there's no ulterior motives at all, and definitely it is not something that I bought for my fiance who's watching the stream right now. But
People often share group birthday cakes, so it can be for both of them, and we can sing happy birthday for both of them.
exactly. But like look at this.
Oh, that's so
Cake.
cute.
Ooh.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Oh, that's it makes me hungry.
to
Okay.
monkeys.
Yeah. So let's. So this is it Vale's birthday today?
No, it's just
Yeah.
mine.
Okay.
It's just
Alright.
yours.
Okay. So then let's sing it. Happy birthday
And
to you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sonny and Allie. Happy birthday.
God, this is
Happy frosting everywhere.
the delay. Yeah.
How old are you now?
I'm fucking
How old are you now?
I need plates, meow.
Yeah. Let me just give you a plate through the internet. There you go.
Anyways,
Monkeys and the gorillas. Happy
Something about
birthday
gorillas.
to you. Because we sing "You Belong in a Zoo" in my family. I don't know why.
you're
That looks delicious.
I'm so hungry for cake now.
It's ice cream cake.
Oh, I knew it had that consistency.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I want to eat it.
You're just punishing the internet now for not.
Aw.
Happy birthday, everybody.
Yeah. Happy birthday. You know,
Especially
hopefully
me.
you're watching this. If you're watching this VOD later on, just make sure it's your birthday as well. That'd be cool. So,
Like anybody who wants to have a birthday, just send them to this VOD. That's
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Okay.
it was the best rendition of Happy Birthday to You I have ever heard.
Definitely true. Okay,
awesome.
cool. So, do you want to do the consulate part first?
Sure.
Because I have something. Okay, cool. Let's do the consulate part first. So we're just gonna go over to the Iruvian consulate.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, the plan is to head over there and see if they'll like let us in or whatever, or
Hey,
find
let us in.
you to talk to somebody who may know something.
Yeah, let me just do a quick little fortune roll here. So I don't know how to. So since I updated the sheets, and everything, we're using these new fancy GM stuff or CSS labeled fancy sheets. I don't know how to actually roll as a GM to make it look like that.
Can I, like, is there a way for me to roll a fortune roll?
Maybe you just make
Yeah.
like a GM sheet.
You could make like a GM like character sheet.
You know, that's genius.
But if you want,
And then you just scroll down to roll fortune and you only ever roll that.
pretty much.
Okay. Let me just do that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there is a roll fortune button for the player.
You can also roll as any player.
That's true.
Oh, that's true. You could.
Fortune.
It's not bad.
5.
5s. Okay. So you're bringing. So it's. Remind me again, who's there with you right now? Is it just you and Seer?
Seer.
It's just me and Seer.
Okay, so Vale and Seer are there.
I think I'm really just the foot in the door, right? Like, as soon as we're inside, the plan is Vale takes it.
Like, I'm definitely taking point, but you're there.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
But, like, you know, I show up. I'm Iruvian. I kind of look Iruvian. They'll probably let me in because of that.
Do you give them your okay? Do you like show the guards or whatever your Iruvian citizenship?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Like, he's not ashamed of it. It's just not like, I'm super Iruvian. Like, he's not like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, the guards let you in to the embassy. I guess you get kind of like led to a kind of just like a central kiosk. Like, I imagine this very much like a not like a bazaar, but kind of like a Taj Mahal kind of looking building. Like very much like or a little like a couple like maybe like some minarets. A very like nice open airy columns. A lot of like almost like Mediterranean style architecture, maybe like Turkish or something. But anyways,
Like,
yeah,
like
you guys,
curtains
yeah,
on the
there's
ceilings
yeah.
everywhere.
I think there's probably like a guide who probably like comes up to you wearing like classic Iruvian stuff. By the way, Seer, what is classic? Like, what it would be like the standard Iruvian formal wear?
God. I think the formal wear here is that they wear like just really nice suits, but back in Iruvia, they would wear like these kind of loose flowing robes, often with like decorated shawls, which you like dangle like lots of gems and stuff on.
Okay.
Depending on your richness factor, and it's like this social taboo that like if you're underneath someone, then like you can't show up with like a fancier shawl.
Yeah, you have to look more modest. Yeah.
You have to look more modest.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense. Okay. So let's I have to come up with a good name for this person, but the consulate, or I guess your liaison that you meet with.
Liaison.
Right, your liaison. They meet you. They're wearing because they deal with so many like ambassadors or like dignitaries. I feel like they have probably very modest robes, but they're very like cleanly pressed and everything like that. Maybe like a very like a beige and then like a darker like brown or like like a khaki color robes and then like like either like another like very modest. It's like it's deliberately understated, very nice finery, right? This is very I think it's just very like desert colors. So it's like maybe just like khaki and darker brown. But once again, it looks like very clean, very pressed. And I think the guy greets you. I mean, is it like... I don't know what Iruvian would sound like. It's probably not like... It probably doesn't sound like Farsi or anything like that. I'm not sure. Maybe it does. Or like Egyptian. But, you know, he gives you like the kind greeting, you know, like salam greeting.
And Seer does that back, but then like he motions to Vale, and it's like, you know, this is the person that is the important person.
Yeah. Well, so he's like, welcome. What can I do you for? You're not on the schedule or for anything.
What do I know about this person?
It's a good question. You want to what can you be more specific? What do you want to know about this person offhand? And then then that might be a role, or I might just give it to you based on what it.
So I'm coming here to gather information about demons. So specifically, I'm trying to figure out, is this the person that I should be talking to, or should I be using this person to get a contact to somebody else?
Got it. No, this is the person you should be talking to. Okay. Well, because you are right that it's going to be probably someone else who gets this done. This is the administrative assistant. Like, this is the person who actually kind of, like, runs everything in a way, right? Like, the group of liaisons here are extremely competent, and really, not to say that the dignitaries aren't competent. It's just that these are, they do the lion's share of the work. They do all the legwork, basically. Yeah, exactly. Gotcha. So, but he's very relaxed. He has a very stiff posture.
So I think I would bow my head to him very politely and say, well, I understand you're busy, so I thank you for taking your time out of your schedule to meet with me.
Thank you. I think you don't hide it, but he definitely will compliment you and remark about, like, you're a noble and it's nice of you to be here and that kind of stuff, right? He's very acute. What's the word for perceptive? He's very perceptive.
Okay. And I think I would say to him, I'm coming to you. It's a bit difficult for me to talk about. I have a very close friend. He's practically family, and he's come under some hard times. And he seems to think that there's a demon behind it. And I don't know if there's any truth about that. But I did promise I would use my connections to investigate that. And that is why I am here. I am here seeking information about demons to put his mind to ease.
Oh, well, I think he says, well, if it's a matter of family, you're in the right place, because to Iruvian's family is everything, and it's very important. We'd be happy to help you with. Now, demons? That seems so... Boy, that seems like a very tricky predicament.
I profess I don't have much information about it myself. That is why I'm here.
I'm a bit... And I think he's leading you on when he says, like, I'm a bit confused how you think we can help you?
Well... It was Seer, actually, and I'm going to use you, Seer. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Seer, he works for me, and he suggested that there may be some information to be had here. Perhaps we're mistaken, and if so, I apologize. But I'm desperate, and I'm not even sure where to begin speaking about this. So even if you could just point me in the right direction, if you had some knowledge with all of your dealings with different dignitaries, if you've heard anything or have any connections on who I could begin my research with, I would appreciate it.
So if I'm hearing correctly, you want information from us about demons?
Well, not necessarily.
Particularly how to find them?
Not necessarily. Again, my dear friend, who is practically family, claims to be having some trouble with demons. I don't know if there's any truth to this, and I wish to put his mind to ease. And so I'm starting at the very ground level. I don't even know what I am dealing with or what he is dealing with. And I'm trying to rule this out, actually.
Well, let me give you some advice. Demons are not the subtle kind. Demons have a taste for the theatrical, the extravagant. And they are quite... Demons... The demonic history alongside Iruvia is a tale as old as time, and there's through all of our culture and all our history, demons are very much like, they have a lot of human tendencies, only they're very passionate individuals.
They're just like humans, except with
driven.
no chill.
Yeah. They're exactly. They're very fundamental, I think is the word he uses. He's like looking for the right word to use. He's probably looking for the word for like primal or like primordial, but he says elemental. He's like looking for the right word. Basically, yeah, these things are like demons. Like just so you know, like in the world and everything like that, like demons are not necessarily elementals, but they have a lot of like affinity to an element or some type of like domain, and they tend to be like hyperbolic about a particular thing. Like they are very intentional about what they are.
So I think I do my best to look very contemplative and a little bit concerned. And then I say, well, then it sounds like either my friend has some knowledge of demons and has lost his mind. And if so, that is quite sad. But equally concerning is the idea that he may actually be possessed by a demon, as he claims to be.
He looks at you and says, once again, it would be very clear if your friend was possessed by a demon. It would make itself known, very obviously.
Well,
in Iruvia, it's considered an honor to be possessed by a demon. That's a great
To
honor.
Aedric sitting with his giant headgear. Like, yeah, it would be very obvious.
well,
I'm afraid once a demon has made up its mind and wants to possess something, I mean, it very. You might as well make the sun shine again before a demon changes its mind.
so is there nothing to be done?
Give the demon... You can't change the demon's mind once it's made up, but if you give it something else to be worried about, let it see for itself and move on. There are tales told of manners of forcibly commanding demons, but that is haram, in Iruvian traditions.
I understand, and I don't necessarily seek to control this demon, just to dissuade it from its current course if it is in fact possessing my friend.
I'm very, very sorry, Lady Vale. Unless, she's like, demons are, if not anything else, but stubborn. Once they have made up their mind on something, they have made up their mind.
They're like cats.
They are like cats. No, yeah, they are. They're cats. They're cats with superpowers.
We are fucked.
And
we need to find
Yeah.
the other demon.
Basically, and like, unless you want to like force a roll here for something, like Iruvians are chill with demonic possession.
I
They're
want
culturally okay with this, and they're like, I don't
put the fear into her. And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to say, I'm gonna just kind of lower my head, heave a sigh, and say, I understand. It would probably do you well, all of you, to leave the city as soon as possible. I cannot guarantee any of your safety. And I kind of clear my throat like I'm almost like choking back something, like I'm upset by that. And I turn to leave because I feel like I've gotten all I'm going to get out of this lady anyway. But I'm also trying to manipulate her into feeling that her and all of her people are at risk.
Trying to like allude to the severity of this demonic possession.
Without flat out saying it, yes. But basically, Doskvol is gonna be a crater. Have fun. And if she's cool with that, all right then, we go.
It's not that
else.
it's not that they're cool with it. It's just they really just don't understand the gravity of it. Like, are you threatening? There's a chance of them
I'm not
be
threatening them.
miscommunicating.
I am basically saying that if you stay here, y'all are gonna die, and that sucks. And there's nothing we can do about it. So you guys better leave.
So you're like, I'm asking for a friend. How do you know if someone's possessed, and what do you do? And they're like, no, it's
well,
fine.
know.
I don't know. Like, you would know. Like, it's like, trust me, like, it's pretty obvious. And they're thinking like being like, like possessed by, like fire breathing kind of stuff, and it's be very obvious. Like,
Technically, he's
super
not
powerful.
possessed by a demon, although I don't know how clear he made that he was actually being possessed by a undead sorcerer from age long past.
But has been described as demonic.
It's an undead. Well, it's both. It's an undead demon sorcerer. So I don't know.
Undead demon sorcerer, right? Like it ticks a lot of boxes.
It's a god.
Eric rolled 3 times on the random table, and it was like, that demon sorcerer came up.
Basically,
that's what it is.
So, I think how the conversation has gone is that I'm like, my friend says he's possessed. Is that like a thing? And they're like, yeah, that's a thing. And you would know if he's possessed. And then I'm like, oh shit, he is possessed. Well, how do we stop possession? If that's a thing. I'm like, oh, well, you don't. I'm like, oh, well, shit. We're all
give it
fucked.
something else. They say that it's a cat. You have to give it something else to be interested in. You can't be like, don't do this when it wants to do this thing. It needs to want to do something else instead. It's like they are like laser beams of focus, and they are unerring about their intentions, and they just want this thing. And then, but if you can get them to like want something else, then they just fucking will do that instead, right? So you just have to like.
Could I?
It's like an asteroid. It's like an asteroid. It has a trajectory, and all you got to do is just like make it not want to go that way. Just like, you know what I mean?
Well, I have a horrible thought in my head.
You can't turn it off. All you can do is just pivot it. You know what I mean? Like it's like that's the demon.
I sway a demon into destroying just the wraiths?
Jeez.
Yeah, totally.
Like
demons love killing shit. That sounds.
I feel like
that
maybe
theoretically seems possible.
We could use this demon.
We could use the forces of darkness against
against
Gondor's enemies.
Look, Vale.
It's a weapon.
I already used it to destroy Wraiths, and that's how he woke up and became possessed.
It was hulls.
It was hulls. I destroyed hulls. Yeah, I destroyed a bunch of hulls, and that's what gave him power.
Yeah,
and
it said use me, kill these things, and get away. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna okay.
Sure thing, buddy. And then that's what got us this. Look, you're what I'm saying is you're Boromir right now.
Yeah.
I wish only for the strength to defend my people. Evil.
I mean, I am evil, though.
Oh, okay, that's right. I forgot.
Like, I'm not Boromir. I'm like Gollum or something. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure out of all of us that she's actually the most evil.
I'm pretty evil.
Jewel, why did you let her go on this mission alone then?
I mean, Seer's there. It's fine.
Seer, why aren't you stopping her from having evil thoughts?
I mean, it's not. I mean, like, okay, I wouldn't.
It's not my problem.
But I mean, do you have something to leverage for a roll? Because else, I can try something.
My
sway doesn't require you to do a roll to be like. Well, like, so let's get back to like what on track, right? So you want to try to convince them that it's in their best interest to help you out here because there's a demonic possession that you may or may not be sure of.
I want to convince them that if this is a demonic possession, it is imperative that they help me, because if not, the city is probably going to be destroyed.
I mean, my guess is desperate limited because one, you don't have any proof of this demonic possession. You're asking for information about demons, and then you're flipping it to be like, this is the end of the world. Like you know more about demons than they do. You know what I mean?
True.
I think that, so basically their perspective, they think that you're overreacting because we don't know, you know what I mean? Because you're asking like, well, how do I know if someone's possessed? And it's like, that's fine, if you don't help me, the world's gonna end, right? From there, like, it sounds like you don't know what you're talking about to them, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay.
So I'm not being totally honest with them, so I would say a sway.
Yeah, definitely.
Sierra, are you helping me at all? You're muted.
I could try to maybe set you up. I cannot help you, or I'm gonna trauma.
Oh, or do you have too much stress?
We tried really hard last week.
8 out of 9.
Yeah,
Okay.
we tried it was real bad.
All right, never mind. I could do this on my own.
We
It's
tried
fine.
so hard, but in the end, it didn't even matter.
So,
But like, do you want me to set you up because it's desperate limited? Like, at least I can like improve your effect or something.
yeah,
right?
sure. If you can do something
Maybe.
to set me up,
I mean, I can try to. Let me
like maybe you
put it
did
like
some
that.
studying or something before. Like, are you good at studying? I think you are. Let me look.
Yes.
Oh,
But-
I'm better than you at that.
By the way, possible consequences here. You piss off the Iruvians. Another possible consequences are they want some, like, lesser consequences could be something like they want something in return. That kind of stuff. I think it's on the table.
So, if you were to set me up, what would you be rolling?
You're banned.
I mean, so I would just set you up by trying to sway them also, but I have 0 dice in it. I mean,
No, then I don't want you to.
but it's I'd be like, setting you up before we make our grand exit, and they're like, no, wait, we totally want to help you now. All of a sudden, but like it.
I don't like 0 dice though. I don't think that's it's not good odds.
Yeah, but like I'd just be setting you up, and I don't really care if the Iruvians are pissed at me.
But if they're pissed at you, they're going to be pissed at all of us.
Is there any way we
Whoa, that sounds like a you guys problem and not a Seer problem.
Well, then don't let him set you up, because that's
Yeah,
bad.
it is bad.
is there any way we could do like a flashback to us giving you something to be a setup here, like
proof or something, maybe something that would convince
Yeah.
them.
yeah,
definitely.
like I don't know what kind of proof, and I kind of think it may be Aedric's department, but
Hello, yes. Oh, you're going to see the Iruvians. Well, I've studied quite a bit about them. Given that they are so in tune with certain non-natural and ephemeral qualities of this world. I've read some history books, as you would. Somebody's going to need to remind me how I help.
I'm sorry, just the Iruvian consulate would look very much like a madrasa. Like an Islamic school.
Ah.
Yeah, I would find it if this picture loads. There we go. Cool.
So what you're going to be doing, DoctorWreckage, is that you're going to be deciding, I guess, which skill or whatever you're using to give me this information, and
Study.
and then if it's a flashback, you would have to take stress to do that.
How much stress?
You just take some stress to, like, I don't know, if you need proof of the demonic possession.
It depends what you're trying to do. If you're trying to set her up with a flashback, then the flashback might cause you stress. If you're just trying to help her by being like, in the past I gave you this, then you take 1 stress and she takes 1 die, right?
Yeah. You can try to give you, like, here's what I would say.
Okay.
For
I don't
for
think
2
you can
stress,
from
for
the
2
past,
stress,
it has to be a flashback.
I think this is a flashback. For 2 stress, you can give them your notes and your research about, about being possessed by a demon. For 1 stress, you could give them a sketch or an illustration of the Eye of Kotar.
I'll definitely give them a sketch of the Eye of Kotar for 1 stress.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there you go. That's a setup. You have great effect.
Okay.
I think that's that they don't believe you, right? Like, and there's a chance that he doesn't even realize what he's seeing. But if this works out, and then he'll know what this is, and be like, oh fuck. You know what I mean?
So, is there a devil's bargain?
I think that's the choice there. The devil's bargain.
Marina
Yeah.
has one from chat.
Yeah. The I think the coolest devil's bargain that I think would be that the wraiths are coming and make a wraith clock.
Well, you were already going to make a wraith clock.
Well, no, it's going
I'm
forward.
advancing it. Yeah.
Are we cool with advancing the wraith clock?
I don't care.
It's on you.
I'm asking you guys though because
Yeah, I don't care. I'm fine.
I super don't care about rays. Those sound like things that I can handle.
All
They're
right.
not literal wraiths, so
Oh.
they're actually flesh and blood people. So
Oh, boring.
might be harder for you to deal with.
You've got guns. So why are we worried? You've got guns.
So it's great effect or what effect? Great effect. Okay.
Oh, it's great effect. Yeah, it's in. You get everything you want, and then some,
Okay.
if this works.
So I'm taking the 1 bonus die because I will accept that devil's bargain and not take stress. Oh, I got a 6.
There we go.
I got a
Yeah.
6.
So I think the man, like, when you you're like getting like dismissed. He's like, my lady, I don't know if I think you might be overstating the problem. And like, while you're like, wait, and then like you're like unfolding like the paperwork that your friend gave you. He's like, this is from my friend. Like, what sense does this make of you? And like, this is like in the like I said, like in like the central courtyard, or like the area, or like maybe you're like walking in like the shadows on the side of it, and like you're doing that sort of like Aaron Sorkin walk and talk, and he looks at it, and like we immediately like see like the Eye of Kotar or whatever, and then on screen we hear like sort of like the prayer bells or something, like the sounding things kind of go off there, and he folds us, and he's like do not, like, how many people know about this? Who else have you shown these to?
My friend, Sia, myself, and one other.
Your friend. It's like, you were completely right. You're a friend. This whole city is in great danger. As he puts this back to you.
Oh, I got chills from that. That was good.
Yeah. He's like, show no one this, tell no one this. So your intentions here for swaying him was to give you information about it being possessed?
My intention was to get them to help us, basically.
Yeah. That's, you got it. But he says that he has to kind of like run this up the flagpole a little bit. He kind of, boy. Let me roll a fortune roll real quick.
Okay.
This will determine something for me. Nice, it's a 6. Perfect. Yeah, he's like, I'll be right back. And yeah, you get to meet one of the like higher up people in the consulate. Maybe like the I think a door opens, and I think some like royal guard type folks like come in, and they're like, please come with us, and they're going to take you into the consulate. And then like we see like the doors kind of like shut, and then we go back over and we take our first break. Okay. So awesome, guys.
Yay, we made progress because
Yeah.
Vale was here.
All right, we'll be back in 5 minutes.